What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In the previous video we installed the short shifter and we added the hydro plate, didn't we? So today we're going to be installing the hydro. If you've got an E36 that has the traction control and ABS, then you will need to get the T-pieces. If you've got the older version of E36, then you can just use an inline because you only have one brake cable. On the others you have two brake cables. So these are going to go like that. Then that to that, that to that. This should be quite a simple install, but you never know. Tools, you need a flaring kit. So this is what you use for the flaring the copper pipes. This is a little bender. Don't know if I'm going to need it yet or not, probably will. And then a little pipe cutter. This was all like £17 or something. It's not too bad. The hydro was just a cheap eBay one. I just modified it. This used to be all silver and this used to be on there, but I just cut up a bit of steel, bolted it on there, painted it black, and I put a grip on the end. Mountain biking grip. I'm going to change that one. I just can't find the other one that I'm going to put on there. Looks pretty nice. I think it was like £25 or something. I had to buy these fittings separate. This one's a bit tight. I think it's not been cut out properly in there, but I'll sort that out. If you saw the previous video where we installed the short shifter, we installed the plate ready to bolt the hydro to. So now all I've got to do is I've got to put the hydro on there and then work out where I want it and drill the holes. And then should be good to go. It's getting there, slowly getting there. A couple more weeks and it should be drift ready. Alright, so ignore the mess. That's everything we had to take out. I'm going to try and put most of that back. I'm just going to cut it out so it's got that OEM plus sort of look. I haven't drilled it or anything yet, but I think this is where it's going to go. Because I've got the short shifter here, that's as far over as I can go. So it's just about going to get onto the plate, but I'm going to have 3 bolts instead of 4. As you can see, that one's not going to work. I think that'll do there. It's quite a decent position. It's only in the way of 5th gear, but I'm not going to be putting the handbrake in 5th gear. All the other gears are fine. Let's drill this hole. Send it. Seats are also looking good. Ross got the harnesses in yesterday. Looking pretty decent. Car's getting there. I might do the steering wheel as well today. I don't know. I'll see how much time I've got. Right, so I've just got a little scratcher and I'm gonna mark the holes and then we'll start drilling them out. Two bolts would be enough, wouldn't it? 2 bolts would be enough. I highly recommend taking your hydro apart first because it's an absolute pain otherwise. You can't get your hands in, you can't get your tools in. So these cheap hydros straight from eBay, from factory, they have a lot of wobble around them. Like you can tighten it up a bit, but they have a lot of wobble. So what I've bought some thin nylon washers to put in between each side. These are a little bit too thick, so I need to sand them down a little bit or get some thinner ones. But once I had it in, it was perfect. It felt really nice. It was just sticking a little bit with this one because it was a little bit too tight. Little trick for sorting out the cheap ones. So yeah, she's all in there now. Looks pretty decent. I just need to put all this back on here now and cut it all out to work out where it's going to go. And then I'm not sure where I'm going to have the lines going through. I think probably here somewhere maybe. I don't know yet. Because the thing is the handbrake, the factory handbrake's still got to go down, so I can't have them loop them over. I'll get back to you on that one. Alright, it's all in there now. Dash is back in. I think here I'll make some sort of blanking plate and then we can put some, maybe the other switch up there and stuff because obviously I've cut it out. Doesn't look too bad, not too shabby. Got the original boot back in, looking OEM plus. Now, next, need to figure out where I'm going to do the lines. Under the car again. Right. Here are your 2 brake lines. These are your fuel lines, but these are your 2 brake lines. On the non-ABS models, you won't have 2 of these, you'll just have 1, which will be a lot easier. But for me, I have to use this to tee them 2 together, and then 1 going up into there somewhere. Right, so I used the piece of wire to measure out how long I want it, and then now I'm going to cut it with this, and then I shall fray one of the ends before, and then the other one I'll do once it's on the car. And also I'm going to do 2 lengths of these the same size. Slowly tighten it, start off really soft, and then just gradually add a little bit, and then it will chop. You don't want to do this too quick because you'll just end up blunting it. There we go, nice and easy. Right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just feed all of these through from the top down, roughly work out where they're gonna go, and then I think I'll do all the fraying while they're on the car, so I don't make any mistakes. It'll be easier that way, I think. Right, so I just bent these by hand in the end, I didn't bother using that. But yeah, they look quite nice. Now, they're not obviously frayed yet, I'm just put them in there to get the length. Now I need to go underneath and bend all them. I'm ready now. I've got these 2, which are from the Hydro, and then these are the 2 factory lines. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these 2 now, and then add the T-piece on each side, and then connect these up. I don't know how much fluid's going to come out, but I've got some rags. Not too bad, not too bad. Should probably wear gloves with this as well, but oh well. Ta-da! The first thing you want to do, you're going to take these out and put them on the actual pipes themselves, because otherwise you're going to end up fraying the cable without putting them on, and you don't want that to happen, so put them on first. Just going to start fraying the cables now. So I've got it all in now. It's not the prettiest but yeah, front master to the back and rear to the front. Spot on. Now I've got to do the top. Banging. Sweet chili pizza. Piece of junk. Alright, so now it's all connected up. Now all I have to do is I need to bleed the system. Normally you'd want to get the car level, or if you're doing the rear brakes and the Hydro, then preferably you want the front of the car up higher than the rest, if you're doing it the old school way. I'm going to be using a vacuum pump, so it shouldn't matter too much. It's more just of a pain to jack up the front right now, so hopefully it's alright. But I need to wait for someone to come and give me a hand so they can pull the Hydro while I do it. So yeah, so I managed to get the Hydro fully bled. It took quite a while, to be fair. I had to do it a couple of times. It just seemed to never end, and then I ended up putting all new fluid in, so it's got all new fluid in now, which is good. I haven't been able to fully test it yet, just because there's nowhere really around here to test it. There's no open areas or private areas or anything. I've got one little phone clip, which I will insert now. But I will be doing another video on it in the next few weeks where I'll properly test it on a track or somewhere. But it definitely works well. It locks up as soon as you pull it a bit, it locks the wheels up. Does its job. For a cheap Hydro handbrake, and it wasn't too difficult to actually install. It was a bit of a pain fraying all the cable. I keep calling them cables, I don't know why. Fraying all of the pipes underneath the car was a bit annoying, but it was doable. Not difficult at all. The whole lot probably cost maybe £40, I'd say. That's with the Hydro and all the connections, so it's not that bad. Can't wait to go out and properly test it. Do some skiddies. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button. Still got loads more things to install on the car. I think the next video will be putting the welded diff in, because I'm also changing the ratio on the diff, so I've got a different one. Hit that like button, subscribe, and see you in the next video.